Hey, welcome to the second episode of What If Movie Reviews. The concept is easy. Every year, there are movies that don't get made. The movies that are almost made. Either they lose funding, directors or actors move on, or the studio decides to take the movie in a different direction. Whatever reason, there is a plethora of movies that don't quite make it to the theaters. For this episode, we're going to be going back to the 1970s. In the late 60s, Alfred Hitchcock had suffered some commercial and critical rejection to recent films. In response, he started to develop a low-budget thriller about a necrophiliac serial killer. The movie was to use handheld cameras and to be filmed on location in New York City. Instead of making this original film, the studio convinced him to stick to his traditional style. The movie that was almost made was Kaleidoscope. I'm asking you to journey with me back to a different time in cinema in an alternate reality. Kaleidoscope premiered in theaters in 1972. Hey man, I got to see an advanced screening preview of the new Hitchcock picture, Kaleidoscope. What a trippy production. Hitchcock decided to recover from the failure of Marnie and Torn Curtain in a very unique way. The camera use is shaky and sporadic, but man, does it fit the film. It feels like Hitchcock is ahead of his time. Like he's hit on something new and different. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. I will say that the level of sex and violence is a bit more than I'm used to, but Hitchcock shoots scenes with such drive and purpose that it doesn't feel unnecessary. Everything from the framing to the pacing of each scene drips with gravitas. The story will be unsettling to some. The main character is a necrophiliac serial killer, not exactly a sympathetic protagonist. Each murder is presented in a way that will creep into your bones as you watch. Hitchcock, master filmmaker. The naturalistic style in which the film is shot makes each act of violence, each kill, a pressure point. The audience feels it personally as each kill happens on screen. The writing, contributing to this movie along with Hitchcock, is Alec Cooper, Sam Taylor, and Robert Bloch. It's pretty much consistent with what I expect from a Hitchcock film. The pacing continues to drive upward, ratcheting up with each new scene. The only complaint I have about the writing is where it falls flat in the final act of the film. It feels like a traditional, cliched ending to a non-traditional film. Hitchcock went a little out there with his casting choices. By casting a bunch of virtual unknowns, he took a huge risk. But for the most part, it paid off in spades. The unfamiliar cast, paired with the camera work and the real-world locations, to make the film feel like a homemade documentary instead of a feature film. Overall, a good film that could use a little last-act polishing by one of the greatest living directors. Hitchcock knows how to shoot a movie. This film is fresh and unique enough that it will launch Hitchcock into a new direction. By pushing out an unconventional film, by taking a risk, he proves himself to be at the forefront of style and not waning in his influence on cinema. This film's impact on future movies is going to be evident in the coming years. A new era of filmmaking is upon us. Hey, thanks for checking out What If Movie Reviews. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Be sure to head over and check out my Talking Books series as well. Also check me out on social media, on Facebook and Twitter. Like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. What did you think of What If Movie Reviews? Comment below and let me know.